Welcome, American Advertising Awards, the Akron version, the virtual Zoom version, which we all love because of COVID. My name is Bahas, and I'll be your bartender for this intermission. That's a mouthful. That's really good, man. That's really good. And go. Just polishing up our glasses for all of you. And welcome. Today we're going to make a specialty drink that we named the Akron Apple because we all love the city of Akron and we love what it's all about. So we're going to try and have some fun with making this great cocktail. You can join along if you want. You'll need Crown Apple Peach or any kind of peach whiskey, some kind of peach liqueur, apple cider, a little bit of water, fresh apple, and a knife, cutting board, some sugar, and anything else I can think of as we go along. A cherry, and a stick. Throughout the years, we've had a lot of fun at the award ceremonies, just getting together, tasting great foods, winning awards, sharing the best of, not so best of, but mostly just getting to see people that we do business with throughout the area. And we'll miss it this year, but hopefully we have an opportunity to Zoom together and to still feel close together. So here we are going to get started. A little bit about the bar that you're looking at. This is Waterloo Restaurant. This is the new bar. It's a 65-year-old restaurant that's been in our family for all 65 years. We added this bar because we felt like we had done the full run with what the Waterloo was, so without trying to change it too much, we added this bar so people can get together. That's one thing they want to do is get together, have a drink and hang, and so we did that. Hopefully you like it. Come on by and visit us sometime. I don't know if you get a chance, you're going to take a picture of our favorite patron, Lou, over there. Lou is a piece of art that we bought on Geneva on the lake at an auction. He was saved from an aging house that was being torn down. And basically, in Irish bars, they would put large dogs in them for three reasons. One would be for protection. The other would be patrons were lonely. And the third reason would be when someone walks in the door, they're greeted by the dogs and they just feel like they love their new bar. So that's why we put Lou there. So hopefully you guys will get a picture of Lou. And say hi to him when you come in, get your picture taken with him, put it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And that's just something fun to do when we're allowed to go out again. We're going to get started with our drink for you. One thing about cocktails is remember that less is more. It's not always the best to put the most alcohol you can into a cocktail. Worry about the flavor, worry about the taste. The ambiance is the layer. So a lot of people just drink for, they just have one drink, and so remember that has to be memorable, it has to be smooth, it has to be, the recipe has to tell some kind of story, as this recipe does. So we're going to start off with ice in a shaker. It's a shaken drink, and it's also served over what we call a half ice. So the glass here will be half full of ice, but before we do that, we're going to measure our drink, shake it, and prepare it. The Akron Apple, which we talked about, has 1 shot or 1.5 ounces of apple whiskey. I don't usually measure, but I'm doing it because I'm on camera and we want to be a professional. Half a shot, which is this, of peach liqueur. Doesn't matter. Just make sure that it's a good peach liqueur. You don't get anything too sugary. A squirt of soda. Like that. And 4 ounces of apple cider. Now this apple cider has been cinnamoned, which means we cooked it in cinnamon. You could actually, a lot of people prepare their own apple cider. We added cinnamon, roasted some cinnamon inside this apple cider because we actually serve just hot apple cider. But you don't have to do that. Now this is going to be served into a tall glass the way I made this, but it's supposed to be served into either it could be a martini glass, which is right here. It could be served 3 ways: in a short glass over ice if you're going to do 2 drinks, in a martini glass, or what we're going to do today is in a tall glass because we're shaking it. So There's the 3 different ways that you can serve the drink. Again, we're probably going to maybe serve a martini glass. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. So anyway, as we move forward, we're going to give this a quick shake. You put the shaker glass in there like this, and you want to shake it. You want to add it, shake it a little bit so that it gets all over you, and that you can get a little bit of the milk, a little bit of the ice. You want to water down that just a little bit, just to smooth it out. Just a hair. A little bit of shake like that. And you crack the seal. Smells like that. And let it sit just for a moment. And then we prepare our garnish. Take an apple. We cut out a little quarter of it, which I'll do like this. Now, when I cut my apples or my garnishes, whenever you're doing an apple garnish or any kind of fruit garnish like this, in order to keep it from changing color, you put it in water with a little bit of citrus so that it doesn't change color, so that it doesn't brown in your drink. So it doesn't take a lot of citrus, just this. A couple of these. I'll cheat and use my lemon squeezer. Add some of this nice citrus flavor, but mostly just the acid will keep it from turning brown. Our garnish. As you can see, it's right now, if you can see that or not. Go in there and just stir it around in there for a minute. And it'll keep my apple from changing color. Put it right here. That's our garnish is going to be for as soon as we pour our drink. So, let's do this. Let's take our martini glass, dip it into our lemon water, like so. So it's got a little wet end to it. Sugared rim. Some people salt it, some people sugar it, some people cinnamon sugar. I just use a basic, smaller grain sugar because I don't want the mouthful of sweetness to overcome the peach and the apple nuances of it. So there's our pretty glass like that. Get our shaker glass. One more quick shake, just to make sure nothing's settled. Put this in front of us, like this. And pour, or fill the martini glass up. All the way to the top. And if you're at home, you get to drink what's left, which isn't much. We split our apple so it fits on our glass. Always try to use a relevant garnish. Some people throw a lemon on there, some people... You can't throw a peach on there because it's not a season, but you want to throw an apple on there so it's a relevant garnish, so it'll actually accent the flavors, as in cooking or anything else. You want to put the relevant garnish on there that actually makes sense with the drink. And voila, we have our Akron Apple. A peach, apple cider, apple flavored drink, which is absolutely out of this world. And I'm going to pour myself one. I have one made earlier. And I'll tell you how it is. We'll all drink together. Actually, I'll drink the one I made. We'll all drink together. Whatever drink you have in your hand. Here's to the awards. Here's to everyone. Have an excellent day. That's good. Perfect. Enjoy your evening.